country where my mom comes from. Let's check in with the United Kingdom.
Hello, Vienna, and thank you for such a wonderful show. This is London Calling. I'm Jared Jones from the United Kingdom, representing How to Be an Icon, and I'm joined by Donna Cameron.
Good evening, everyone.
And here are our points for the countries. And our 12 points goes to Ireland. They don't give us 12 points, the heads. Hello and welcome to How to Be an Icon. I'm Jared Jones, and I'm, of course, joined by Donna Cameron. How are you doing today?
Hola, bonjour.
This is London Calling.
Welcome. I don't know how to say hello in any other European languages. I'm good. I'm having a good day.
We are here, of course, talking all about Eurovision. It is this weekend. But before we get into all of that and the history of Eurovision, please give us a follow on your podcast platform of choice, whether you're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever it is you get your fine audio medium content. If you could give us a review as well, that'd be great. 5 stars,
12 points.
12 points is the, only acceptable amount. As I said, today we are talking all about Eurovision.
Why are we talking about Eurovision? Because we are both two people who neither watch it nor enjoy it.
So we both have quite similar feelings on Eurovision in that conceptually, I think, what a fun little idea.
I love that it exists. I cannot watch it.
Yeah. I can't watch it. And
I've genuinely tried this week. I have put on so many performances and gone, turn this off.
So the problem is, Donna, is that you're doing it in the complete wrong way. Now, the way to
on a bus, yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. The only way to watch Eurovision is round a friend, or I'm going to go acquaintance's house.
Relative, maybe.
Feels maybe.
Like you go to a Eurovision party at your aunt's house.
I don't think anyone's ever actually hosted a Eurovision party, but I know so many people who have been to Eurovision parties.
Is it like jury duty that you get a letter one day and it's like, you are now obligated to host Eurovision for your friends?
I think you have. I think that is how it works.
Which is why we abstain entirely.
Mm-hmm.
Like the only way to
we're not fit to do it. We are not of sound Eurovision mind for it. But yeah, you go to your friend's house, you sit on their sofa, and you drink all of their alcohol because you've drank all of your alcohol on the way there because you go, God, I don't want to watch Eurovision.
It's long.
It's very long. It's not that interesting, but you get involved in the sweepstakes because you want to have a bit of fun and you put £5 in and you absolutely hope and pray
that Luxembourg. Bloody hell.
But then the Netherlands comes on and you're like, yeah, this is the best song I've ever heard. And it sounds exactly like every other song you've ever heard.
All night.
But Graham Norton, who's had 3 glasses of wine, has told you that this one's not very good, but that the next one is the favourite. And you couldn't tell the difference between the two.
Nope.
You don't know what country they're from. You don't know what the difference in why this one is better or this other one is better. You don't know. But then you all get too drunk and you fall asleep during the part where they're reading out the points, and then you carry on drinking all night.
Yeah.
And you forget everything that happened until next year where you do it all again. Or you don't get invited to a Eurovision party and it means absolutely nothing to you.
It just passes
by. It
by.
just passes you by.
We would have if we weren't doing this episode, we would have not paid attention to the date. It would have passed us by completely, and we would have found out who won in like a week.
Yeah, what would have happened was we would have been like on Sunday morning or Saturday or Monday morning would have been like, oh, did you know that Belarus won? And you go, I didn't even know that Eurovision was this weekend. Or I'd check Twitter on Sunday and go, oh, it's today.
Oh, it's happening. Oh, Graham Norton's drunk.
Oh, Graham Norton's drunk. Yeah, that's exactly what would happen. That is the ideal way to watch Eurovision. I'm tapping the desk because I'm telling you that this is how it has to be.
He has feelings.
Nobody watches Eurovision sober. And,
oh, God, no. Not even the act.
And I
famously doing blow off the table. Which they've denied.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. What
They denied that, but...
Oh, like the cast of Friends also weren't doing blow.
Again, normally we always say like, oh, what's the celebrity's favorite drink? What is the, whatever.
It's booze. It's alcohol.
It's a crisp white wine is what it is. That is what everyone is drinking at a Eurovision party. No,
a rosé.
A rosé or a crisp white. Those are your options.
Also, I will hand a European beer for the men in the room.
Oh, the men. Yeah.
who have been made to go here by their partners.
Yep.
Oh, and I don't want to. But you get so invested in Estonia.
Here's the thing. Those stubby little European beers, they go down super easy.
Oh, because they're like 3 mouthfuls.
Exactly. And your mate Dave's just come back from France on a booze cruise. So he just bought them over in the back of his car.
Oh, and you know what? Someone will definitely have a cigarette on them.
Oh, they sure will. And let me tell you, I'm spending more of the time, I'm waiting and going, oh, wait, are Belgium doing? Are they on? No? All right, I can stay here for another 5 minutes and, get smoke a tab.
The thing about Becky is that she sucks.
Oh, they're on. They're on. We've got to go. Belgium.
Guys,
my country's on. My country's on. My country's on. Oh, and we all go in for the UK entry and we all agree that it's shit.
Yes.
This is, and I'm saying this like it's, this has happened to me. No. This has happened to literally everyone who has ever been to a Eurovision party.
Anyone who lives in this country, this has happened to.
Yeah, this is a universal, like, kind of experience.
You guys know what Eurovision is, by the way. Like, I realize we've been talking a lot.
We have been talking a lot. Like, it's kind of...
Like, you know what we're on about.
Yes.
So, Eurovision is a song competition that is held in Europe, mostly.
Mostly.
Where countries compete to have the best song. It's both very important and famously Well, do you want to know where it came about?
Yeah, go on.
Because this is genuinely quite interesting. It was inspired by I should preface this episode with something.
Right.
There are a lot of European words and names. I'm using none of them.
Okay, yeah.
I have deliberately left out almost anything that is not in English because I refuse to have this whole episode have me go and not be able to use any other language.
Yeah.
But it was inspired by an Italian music festival, Sanremo Music Festival, held in the Riviera.
Oh, okay.
And it was basically a way to produce more television content.
I can believe that.
It was developed by the EBU, the European Broadcasting Union, because they had formed because the previous organization got a bit messed up because of the Nazis. And they were like, okay, we'll leave that. We'll start this new thing. And they were just kind of coming up with ways to both create more content for this new television thing that we have.
Yep.
And kind of lower production costs by sharing them in Europe.
Yeah, so everyone's sort of paying in to for the broadcast of it. I know that's like one of the reasons why we in the UK get a buy in the that we don't have to qualify. We're already in
because we're one of the big five.
We're one of the big five, which basically means we pay the most for it. But
basically, we fund a lot of it. That would be the big five countries. So France, Germany, Spain, the UK, and Italy.
Right. Okay.
Italy joined a bit later, but yeah, they basically just invest the most money, so you're always allowed to join in. Because there are years the UK would not have been allowed.
I mean, yeah, I think that it's one of the...
Scooch wasn't making it.
Do you know what, though? I kind of think that, especially in the UK, I don't think we would get invested in the semi-final aspect of it.
No, we wouldn't.
I think we would just stop watching. I think we would probably, not pull out, but I don't think we would care.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone's going to be watching that because it's mostly just us going well, we're not going to win. So it's... Why bother?
It was originally called European Grand Prix.
Whoa, okay.
And I love that Grand Prix isn't just racing, but we do think it is because that's just
what we think. Yeah, Grand Prix. Yeah.
It was first held in April in 1956 in Switzerland. And the word Eurovision was first used by a British journalist in the Evening Standard. Listen to our Anna Winter episode to learn more about the Evening Standard.
Charles is there being like, we call it Eurovision. Eurovision. And Anna's like, wow, Papa, that sounds wonderful.
He probably was running the Evening Standard.
He probably was at this point, yeah.
It was coined by this journalist after seeing on the BBC programming being relayed by Dutch television.
Right.
So it's like this European vision, Eurovision. It's such a fun old-timey word. We don't name things like that now. Now it would be like Equinox Song Competition. It would have like a weird fake...
It'd be like the European Song Competition. Because we're too stupid to just we'd just put it all together.
Or we'd make up a daft word.
Yeah, but again, it's like WrestleMania. Oh, Euromania would have been pretty good.
I think Euromania is what we had during the Second World
Oh,
War.
I
and
mean,
we-
yeah, you know,
we
it's
settled down a bit.
probably yeah, it gives it a bit of a different context in that.
Yeah, right.
But
The first competition only had 7 countries.
yeah,
Would you like to guess which ones they are? Don't look at my screen.
I'm not looking. The UK, because we've been in every single.
Nope.
We're not in it.
We were not. We were not at the first one.
Oh my god! So Italy.
Yes.
I'm gonna guess Switzerland because
Yes.
they're hosting.
They're
It'd be
hosting,
it'd be
yeah.
weird if they didn't. Sweden.
No.
No. France.
See? We.
Spain.
No.
No. My God. God, they were-
Belgium, France, Germany, Italy, Luxembourg, Netherlands, and Switzerland.
You know, I'm not gonna lie. It's a bit of the B team on that one. Like, you know, a bit of a.
Yeah, right. It's a bit potato Europe.
Yeah, it's a
isn't
bit potato Europe. I won't lie. You know.
And it was the first and only time that each country submitted 2 songs.
I mean, that to be fair, that's
You
only
got to fill time, and there's only
that's,
7.
That's 14 songs. To be fair, that's not that many.
It was also in these like really early kind of competitions where they decided that the winner would then host the next year.
Yeah, which I think is kind of fun, but also kind of a little bit. It gets a bit samey after a while. I think.
Well,
is
yeah,
the-
because it always ends up in Switzerland or Ireland.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
All entrants must be over the age of 16 at the time of the competition.
Yep. They do now have the Junior Eurovision Song Contest.
We'll get into that.
Yep.
There was also very briefly the Eurovision dance competition.
Yes, I know.
in
that's-
the mid 2010s. Sandra Kim is the youngest Eurovision winner in history, winning for Belgium in 1986 at 13.
13. Well, that's not 16 at the time of the competition.
Well, that's why they changed it, because
Yeah.
they're like, we can't have this child. Who, by the way, she looks like a bank manager.
It's the 80s, man. Like, that's how you dress.
She looks like the woman from Airport,
Yeah.
being like, I'm gonna go home, have red wine, and have a cig. You know, she looks so tired.
Airport being the reality
Yeah.
documentary program from the late 90s, early 2000s in the UK, where it followed people working in an airport at the EasyJet terminal.
And this is one
It's
woman
when-
who's become a national hero.
Yeah. Is it Jane?
It is Jane.
It's Jane.
I've had a horrible day. I'm going to go home, have 2 glasses of red wine and a ciggy in the car. I can't remember how she phrases it, but she's so funny. She looks just like this child. No, Austria, Denmark, and the UK joined in 1957.
Okay, so a year later.
It's a singer or a group with up to 6 people.
Okay.
There was also the Eurovision choir competition
Oh.
that happened way later. They just keep... I can't wait for the Eurovision baking competition.
Oh my God, right? Oh, that'd be good.
Could you imagine? That'd be so intense. I want it with the production value of the song contest, though.
But
I want to watch like
you want pyro, you want like
while you're trying to make a
dancers,
bread.
You want backup bakers, I guess, just kind of doing things in the background.
Yeah,
I
I want backup bakers. There is trivia in this. I'm going to keep asking you questions
All right.
throughout. Jared, which country has appeared in the most contests? Not won, just appeared.
Is it us? Is it the UK?
Nope.
Italy.
Germany.
Germany, yeah.
Germany has appeared in the majority of them, but Sweden and Ireland have won the most of them.
Yes, they have.
The voting aspect was inspired by the BBC's Festival of British Popular Songs in 1957.
Yeah, we used to do quite a few of these where it'd be like you would have sort of like proto X Factor, but instead of like voting like, oh, just call up the line and vote, you'd kind of do it region by region.
This was done by a panel of judges.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But it is that kind of idea of you're watching a competition in kind of real time.
Yeah.
With people voting.
Yeah, because we had like, I think it was like Opportunity Knocks or something like that. That's what it was called.
things
Yeah,
like that.
yeah, that was like that sort of had the Eurovision style voting of like region by region type thing. Like,
I also just really like early television where they go, we have all this time, we need something to do with it. Singing competition.
yeah, I mean, you know,
It's very wholesome. It's very sweet.
yeah, I mean, you know, necessity is the mother of invention. Is
I guess that is the case. The first Colour broadcast was in 1968, and the first stream broadcast was in 2000.
Oh man, imagine streaming that in the year 2000.
Oh my god!
All 3 pixels of it that are buffering and like, you know.
You get about the same video quality if you just stare at the sun.
Yeah, I think so. And then we're shown slideshow pictures of what happened.
Oh yeah.
And you're listening to it through a tin can, yeah.
Until the 70s, it was like the same 18 European countries. But then during the 70s, we got kind of fun and started expanding into North Africa and West Asia.
We just sort of went, yeah, why not, you know? And to be fair, I know a lot of people have a lot of opinions on this. I don't think it matters.
I don't care. Honestly, I don't care that Australia's in Eurovision. The only one I'm going to push against, I don't want Americans.
I don't want the States. I don't want them.
Isn't that weird? You got Americans, God no.
No. I don't want anyone from North America, like any of the North American countries, maybe Mexico if they behave themselves. But like I don't want Canada in there.
No, because Mexico's just going to come and like, Mexico's too cool. It'll just ruin the vibe. Like, I need we are the winners of Eurovision. I need that guy.
I think the thing is that Americans would take it too seriously is the other thing.
Yeah.
And like, because
they'll try too hard.
Yeah, they'd be like, well, we bought you Nirvana and all this stuff. I mean, to be fair, the UK does this all the time. Like, we could enter the bloody Beatles and they'd come last. You know, like that is always the
you can't. Most of them are dead.
Most of them are dead. But it's also like, it ain't that deep, bro.
Jared, it's so deep. It's Eurovision.
That's true. It's again, when you're 3 white wines in, oh my God, it's the most serious thing. I need Estonia to fucking bring it.
Portugal is just not getting the points that I need it to.
There's 50 quid in this for me if I win.
It's the only reason I'm fucking here.
Yeah, exactly.
Thanks to the end of the Cold War, though, a lot of other countries wanted to join in.
Yes, a lot of Eastern Bloc countries
kind of started showing up. Apart from Yugoslavia, no socialist or communist country has participated, which is kind of fun.
Are you saying like communist at the time?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like, because they're not now.
Right. Okay. I got you. I get you.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah. At the time that they are like...
Yeah, no.
I guess the thing is like, at some point in Europe, everyone's been a little bit communist. That's just kind of how it goes, you know?
Not England, damn it.
Oh, no.
Bloody hell, none of that communist sharing.
Bloody not.
God, no.
God, no.
I've got to get off the train first.
Exactly.
I also just love the idea that the Iron Curtain fell and everyone was like, oh, finally, Eurovision.
Finally.
They've all just got the scraps of paper being like, I've got my songs.
Yeah.
They had to start introducing pre-qualifying rounds because it was getting out of hand. There was too many countries.
Yeah, too many countries.
And in 1994, they introduced the relegation system where the poorest performing countries couldn't compete the following year.
That's a bit harsh. Like that's kind of...
I guess that's how they keep the show from being like 9 days long.
I mean, I guess, yeah, but like, that's rough. Like... We'd just never be in it. Like, we just wouldn't.
In 2004, they also then introduced the semi-finals.
Yes.
Which was like a big TV deal. As we mentioned before, though, the big 5 countries get in every single time.
They get through to the grand final, yep.
And the host country will also automatically go through to the final.
Okay, well, that makes sense.
Yeah, like you've hosted, so you get to... However, Spain is not participating this year due to the inclusion of Israel. And, you know, like, Eurovision is actually quite controversial for a lot.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, it is.
This is the rabbit hole I fell down. Because you're going, Donna, you're not going to talk a lot about entrances and, like, people who won. No, because I couldn't bear watching any of them. Donna got into the geopolitical, like, conflicts of it.
So I think our American listeners need to understand this, right? Because I know what they are going to be thinking right now. They're going to go, but what about Abba?
What about Abba?
Abba won Eurovision, and they're a massive band.
That was one time.
And this was going to be my follow-up point. Can you, as an American, please name me a second... I'm not even going to say winner.
Any other Eurovision entrance.
Any other... And again, we're not counting ones that are like legacy bands that have come back, because that'll happen. I'm talking new on the scene, brand new. Who would it be?
Yeah.
Like, this is the other thing as well, to our European listeners, no. I'm not talking about they're big in your country. I'm talking actual, like, internationally renowned, because I hate the thing of like, well, they're massive in the country that they're from. It's like, well, yeah, they probably are.
Of course they are.
Yep.
But I can name several big musicians. None of you know who Dappy from N-Dubs is.
Exactly. You don't know Dappy, you don't know Talisa, you don't know the other one that was in N-Dubs. Like, you don't know them. You don't know Blue, all right? You don't know Blue. You don't know Five, and you don't know So Solid Crew. Got 21 seconds to go. You don't know them, all right?
In 1964, the first political protest was made on the show with someone getting on stage holding up a banner that said boycott Franco.
I mean...
Boycott him.
Boycott him, yeah.
My favorite of these, though, because I just think it's so fun to watch play out in real time how countries don't like each other.
Oh, yeah.
Through the medium of a bad song competition.
Yeah, oh, yeah. It's really there.
So my favorite, and there is so much about this, I cannot even begin to scratch the surface of Armenia and Azerbaijan. There is so many different entries in their Wikipedia of separate events of them fighting during Eurovision. It is its own essay. So it started in 2006 when the Eurovision website listed Armenia's entrance as being from an area that was owned at the time by Azerbaijan.
Okay, yep.
An area that they had been fighting over for some time.
Yep. Some poor intern. Getting it in the neck on that one.
Oh, God. It then goes back and forth of them kind of writing songs alluding to issues of the Armenian genocide being one of them.
It's a bit of an issue. Bit of a bother, yeah.
In 2012, Azerbaijan had to change its visa policies to allow Armenians into the country for the competition because they were hosting. They did not like it.
No, I can bet.
They submitted a song that made I'm not even going to say dig. It was just like an outright like call out.
Yeah, you know.
And the other thing, and this was really tickling me, Armenia has awarded Azerbaijan points, but they have never had the favor returned.
Oh.
They have given them 1 point one time. This includes Junior Eurovision as well. Like, they just...
That's such a, like, moral, like, I'm the bigger person. Have 1 point.
1 point. There's also, like, Russia and Ukraine, which I don't need to explain that to you. I'm sure they're not voting for each other.
No, I think it's pretty frosty on that one, yeah. However, Greece and Cyprus, they will always give each other 12 points.
Oh, hell yeah. And you know who they're not giving 12 points to? Turkey.
They're definitely not giving 12 points to Turkey.
You know, you can really tell a lot where the UK is standing internationally.
You know where we are at any given moment. There's a real drop-off at around 2003.
Jared, what happened in 2003?
You know, we might have invaded some Middle Eastern country that people were not exactly thrilled about internationally.
What?
And it just so happened that we, you know, got nil points in 2004. So
that's so weird.
That's so weird that would happen. It was also a terrible song, to be fair. Like,
Do you think we just kind of phoned it in because we were a bit preoccupied with...
Could cut that. That's an awfully hot coffee pot. I think we had other things going on.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's definitely you can tell where we are geopolitically at any given point because of Eurovision. It's a really interesting microcosm of what is the politics of the day, but also just some crap songs. Like,
it truly is. And like, this is the thing that I got distracted on, because there are charts. Look at this. Please go on Wikipedia. We will put this on the page as well, of just showing you how countries vote for each other.
Yep. Yeah.
In clicks. And there's also, this one is how countries don't vote for each other.
Yep.
There have been books, there have been essays, there have been so much written about how and why countries vote the way they do at Eurovision.
Yeah. And I think there's always this idea of like, it never used to be like this.
No, it's always been like this.
No. It did all. It's always been like this. This is not a new phenomena. It's just that in the past, sort of, I'm going to say 20 to 30 years is when, well, 20 years, I'd say. The past 25 years is when we have felt the repercussions of the action of the geopolitical actions. For the most part, before then, people were kind of whatever about us. It was not a like.
Yeah. The other interesting thing is it's not always geopolitical as to why they fall into these groups and these cliques. There are also things like countries that have like similar cultural heritages tend to vote for each other. So like Germanic countries kind of go for each other.
Yeah.
Countries with romantic languages tend to go for each other as well. Countries that have similar or the same religion tend to vote for each other. So Catholic countries tend to vote for Catholic countries.
Yeah. And sometimes it can be, I think, a bit more targeted or feel a bit more kind of like pointed. Mm-hmm. A lot of times, though, sometimes it's just the song that people.
Sometimes it is just
sometimes it's just a song that people like the most. You know, like that is what it is. You know,
my favorite one of these is Germany famously gets fewer votes from countries it's previously occupied.
I mean, that's that'll happen.
Poland gave Germany nil points.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see the kind of conflict between potato and tomato Europe
play
play out throughout this as well. Spain is 3 times less likely to vote for the UK statistically because it's for Gibraltar.
Yeah.
And it also gets brought up in European Parliament.
Yeah.
It's been like, it's an actual big deal. It does get discussed. And some countries will boycott the event if they don't feel like they're being treated fairly. So in like 2007, a bunch of people got upset because there were too many Eastern European countries. And like West Europe's a bit like, well, what about us?
Yeah. It's an interesting kind of like...
We take it very seriously.
We do take it very seriously. And I think it's one of those weird kind of soft power things that like...
Oh, it's a huge soft power. It's a really good way to kind of reframe your image when you're not doing so hot. And
then we just invited Australia because, like, you know, they're upside down over there, and that's pretty funny.
It is so easy to make fun of Eurovision. Many people do.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Us included.
Yeah, including us on this show. And it's kind of set up for it. You're seeing little examples of, like, low-level pop stars from foreign countries, typically singing in English.
Yeah,
when they don't speak English.
It's not their first language, and it shows. I mean, Abba is a classic example of that.
And Abba do it very well.
They
Like,
do.
They
But if you've ever wondered why ABBA songs are so memorable and easy to sing along with, it's because that's how they're learning English, and they're just putting the words in that sound the best and sound...
They learnt it phonetically.
Yes, so
they don't know what most of them mean. I think they do now.
I think they do now, yeah, but like it's just they are...
Waterloo!
Yeah. Yeah, that's why they're very easy to sing along to.
One of the other really big criticisms is actually that the music's not very good.
Now, this is definitely, I think, where it falls down for me a little bit of Eurovision. Because I think if it really was, everyone is putting their best and brightest foot forward...
Yes.
Then maybe I could kind of get a bit more involved in it. And I'm not like, you know, I'm not like being like some Anthony Fantano pitchfork bullshit of like I need the most cutting edge, whatever it is that your music scene is producing in, I don't know, Lisbon or whatever. Like I don't need that. Like that I don't
It'd
need.
be nice, but like I don't need it.
But that's just a different thing, I think, altogether. Before we started this, we watched a video that broke down every single UK entry that had ever been in Eurovision.
From beginning to end.
From beginning to end. From our first entry to...
57 to last year.
To last year. And let me tell you something. People will go back and they will tell you that X year was the best year in music. 2024, one of the best years in music of all time. 2007, one of the best years in music of all time. 1992, one of the best years in music of all time. No. What you need to do is go and watch every single UK Eurovision entry. Watch that video, and that is what is on the radio at that point in time.
That's what everything sounds like.
That is what everything actually sounds like on the radio at that point in time. It's the most generic, easy, boring, safe, like just the most it distills down what is on the radio. If you put every single song that is on the radio in that year into one song, that is what it is.
Yep.
And it's bland, generic trash. And it's not just the UK entries.
It's every single one.
It's every single one. And I think that because you can't make it too out there, because then you're getting into like the novelty territory, which we all love. We all love a novelty Eurovision entry.
I like the saxophone guy.
We love the saxophone guy. We love the grannies that are baking bread. We love Lordy, you know.
And to be fair, Lordy are actually very good musically.
Yeah, we love all of that. But it's very rare that you're ever going to hear anything that sounds like I've never heard anything like this before.
Oh,
No.
I have to buy this album. I've never heard a Eurovision song and been like, I'm going to listen to everything this person's done.
Yeah, because it's not meant to. It's just distilled down that year's sound into one
From
song.
that country.
From that country. And it's like, oh, yeah, this is why I don't like this, because it's so...
And it's either a pop song or a power ballad. That's the other thing.
Oh, yeah. It's so generic. And it's like, it's not memorable. None of them stand out because they're not meant to stand out. Like, that is not the point of what it is. It's meant to sound as a mass appeal as possible because you're trying to get all of Europe and Australia to vote for you.
Yeah.
So you got to make it sound as generic as possible. You got to make it sound as palatable and as least offensive and as least abrasive as possible. And this is the thing. This is the unfortunate thing that you have to hold the mirror up to, is that is what the music industry is.
Yes.
Most things that you listen to
sound like this.
Sound like this. And unfortunately, you have to understand that Eurovision is not the cause of this. It is the
result.
It is the result of this. This is everything that you have musically is here. And I think that's why we hate it so much, because it's like,
it actually shows us too much of ourselves.
it really does. I think it does. I think that's why people really dislike it, because it's like, oh, it's just the most generic trash. And it's like, yeah, but that's
what the kids like. That's what is being sold.
That is what is on the radio all the time. That is what is being pushed out. And and that's the other thing as well. You watch it, and it's only when you're looking back at it that you can go, oh, I see what we're doing. I can see the artist.
I can hear it now.
I can see the artist that you are copying.
Yeah.
Like in 2018, we had a woman with like a short blonde crop, and it's like, oh, you're just doing Katy Perry.
Yes.
In 2015, we had some like jazz Roaring 20 stuff, and it's like, oh, you've just seen
The Great Gatsby.
Like, it's so much of that is like
It does work the same way that Abby Lee Miller produces dances.
Yeah.
It is the thing that is just the most popular and that she's seen the most recently.
It's just regurgitating what is currently popular in the most bland and palatable way. And I think that is why we go, oh, I hate this, because I think...
Or I love it as well.
Or I love it because you go, oh, God, yeah, it sounds like what's on the radio. This sounds great. I was looking through...
It's very McDonald's.
It is so like that. It's just so unoffensive. I really went down the rabbit hole of looking at UK entries.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked at our 2008 entry, which was Andy the Bin Man. I can't remember his last name. Andy Abrahams.
Yeah.
And he's doing like some funk jazz, like sort of dance track type thing. And someone was like, man, I can't believe that this wasn't huge or massive. And it's like, what do you mean you can't believe it wasn't huge or massive?
Yeah.
It was just the most boring slop that was going on at that sort of time. Like, you got like...
have you heard Bruno Mars? It's that.
Yeah, exactly. It's all of that sort of stuff. And it's like, I think that is the fundamental problem is that it's like, you just don't get good...
anything, yeah.
You just don't get anything. I will say, however...
He's pointing.
Exception to that, I'm going to name a couple.
Go on.
You know, we're going to go for my favorite UK entries. First of all, shout out to my boy Cliff.
Oh,
congratulations. You know, also Lulu as well. She won. Banga Banga Boom Boom or whatever it was. And, you know, we also got to say we are in Liverpool. So shout out to my girl, Sonia. Like, she's...
Mm-hmm.
I saw Sonia in Tesco. I assume it was her. It was just a loud Scouse woman shouting, gingerhead, just screaming about the devil you do know rather than the devil you don't know. That's what she was. Yeah. So I assumed it was Sonia. So
it must be.
Sonia,
It's only logical to.
But absolute best entry, and it's not even close. It's Gina G. Ooh, just a little bit. Ooh, a little bit more. That song's awesome, and I don't.
It's great. If you've been to a fun fair recently, scream if you want to go faster. Ooh,
just a little bit. Ooh, a little bit more. Yeah, awesome. Great song.
I also don't like it, but it has been stuck in my head. Scooch's entry.
Oh, ba-da. Oh, do we have to talk about Cindy and Scooch?
Hit me with it, Jared.
So,
you have been desperate to talk about this.
Back in the day, when we cared more about Eurovision, back in 2007.
An innocent time.
An innocent time. And also, reality competition shows were massive at the time.
Yeah.
So, you know, we love a phone-in vote competition, mostly because we charge too much money for them. That was a whole scandal that we do not need to get into. But anyway.
I can't wait for us to do our episode about the phone-in scandal.
We loved a phone-in vote until we didn't.
Until we found out that all the money was being stolen.
What?
And your votes didn't matter.
Yeah, the votes didn't matter. Anyway, so there was a phone-in competition. It was like a reality TV show that we did, hosted by the late, great Terry Wogan, who, of course, was like the voice of Eurovision in the UK.
For so long.
For years and years. And, you know, God bless him. We carried on the tradition of having a drunk Irish man talking about
making fun of European countries.
Making fun of European countries and being ignorant to what's going on.
There is a great Terry Wogan quote where he's like, yeah, I'm here to sneer at the foreigners.
Yeah.
And you're like,
exactly.
I love Wogan. I miss him every day.
Yeah, but it was hosted by Terry Wogan and Fern Cotton, you know.
Name a more iconic duo.
I'll wait. Anyway, so they were announcing the winner of who won the competition, and it was between Scooch, We're Flying the Flag, and Cindy. I don't know. Sure. And they were going to announce who the winner was, and Terry said Cindy and Fern said Scooch at the same time. So no one knew who won. And it was a big drama. And they were like, no, it's Scooch. It's Scooch. And Scooch came second to last in the end. So it didn't matter. So
rough.
It's so rough. But.
And speaking of Scooch.
I always am.
It does bring me quite nicely into like my next little bit, because as much as we are being mean and making fun of Eurovision, it is a pretty big deal for LGBT representation in Europe.
Absolutely, yeah, 100%.
So if you're unaware of this, Europe's really homophobic.
It sure is, you know.
I know that you think that it's like fun and zesty. No,
it's like the pockets where it is zesty. It's very zesty, and then the places
I would
where
say the gayer you are generally as a nation, the more homophobic you are.
that seems to be how it works.
Yeah, like.
But there's pockets of zestiness, but for the most part, it's like kind of not.
You're like, ooh, France, ooh la la. No.
No,
they got some bad opinions. But it has been championing representation for a very long time. Since 1961, there was a song about the difficulties of same-sex relationships that won Luxembourg the competition.
Wow.
I was very impressed by that. Like, that's
pretty progressive.
Paul Oscar in 1997 represented Iceland and was the first openly gay man.
Wow.
The first trans woman to win was Dana International in 1998, representing Israel. She's also the first queer person to ever win Eurovision.
Oh, very nice.
Good for her. Since then, there have been several like openly queer winners. And in 2024, we had a non-binary winner from Switzerland with Nemo. Not the fish with the little fin. There was a same-sex kiss from Finland.
Oh, that's racy.
It's not as good as the Madonna Britney kiss.
I mean, that is iconic. We could do a whole episode about that MTV Music Awards, you know.
Absolutely. But yeah, it is quite a big deal that there is very open support for the queer community.
Yeah.
For such a long time. Whenever you see footage of Eurovision, there are always pride flags within all the other flags.
Yeah.
And you know what? They're about the only group of people I think could tolerate it. Both the drinking and the music.
I think that, you know, it's, despite us saying about how political it is, which it weirdly is.
It both is and isn't.
It both is and isn't. And I think that's the weird thing trying to explain what Eurovision is like, yeah, it means it means everything and it means absolutely nothing.
Yeah, it gets discussed in European Parliament, but no one cares about it.
But no one cares about it. It's
it's an ongoing joke, but also is the reason that Ukraine is part of the EU.
Yeah, it's like all sorts of things like that. And like, I think part of it comes down to like, of saying of like, oh yeah, LGBT representation and stuff like that. It's like, oh, well, yeah, because it's like, you know, it's very flamboyant and fun and, you know, it's kind of an open and accepting sort of competition.
Very open space, yeah.
It's a very open space. And like I said, you know, it's very open and accepting. It's countries that aren't even in Europe are in it. It's, you know,
yeah, we let anyone in.
Like, it's pretty open. Like,
apart from Americans.
And we don't want you there.
Get out.
Get out of here.
It's also like launched, we've mentioned a few of them, but it's launched so many careers. And I was really surprised by like the amount of people who were in this before.
Again, it's that weird thing of it doesn't launch any careers except for the ones that it really does. Like,
and you wouldn't know.
You wouldn't know.
The most obvious one is obviously ABBA winning with Waterloo.
Yes.
We can't move for it now. We have a whole bloody musical.
Yeah.
We have 2. But we've also got, in 1988, Celine Dion won for Switzerland.
Yeah.
And like launched a career in English-speaking countries, which is wild to me. I did not know this. In 1970, Julio Iglesias came 4th, representing Spain.
Yeah.
He is a lot older than I thought he was.
Yeah, he is.
That was my like. In 74, Olivia Newton-John represented the UK and came 4th.
Yeah.
And then she went to be in Greece. You know, you might have heard it.
Yeah.
Even our boy Andrew Lloyd Webber composed a song.
He sure
It's
did.
rubbish.
It came 4th.
I think it was around the time he was writing Love Never Dies.
It was around that sort of time. I think it was 2009, I think.
Yeah, that it would have been smack bang in the middle of Ben Elton trying to fix that script. How many countries have won Eurovision?
Ooh. How many countries have won Eurovision? Not as many as you think, I don't think. I'm going to say 12.
27 countries.
27?
27 countries have won with 72 songs.
Wow. I just assume that it's Sweden or Ireland.
And maybe Italy.
And maybe Italy.
Occasionally.
Yeah.
What is your favorite Eurovision song?
Favorite Eurovision song? I do think it is going to have to be ooh, just a little bit, ooh, a little bit more. Or I will give a shout out to Euphoria, forever till the end of time. Because that was I got really drunk at a Eurovision party and I remember that we forgot what won.
That's how you know the party went well.
Oh, yeah. We all forgot. We were like, who won? What was the song? And then my friend who was too drunk just shouted out the word euphoria. And we were like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Euphoria.
and then we pulled it up and went,
right, you're not insane.
Oh, yeah, no, you're not insane. Yeah. That's the only reason why I remember it. So yeah, and that was a pretty. It was also around the time that I started frequenting the nightclubs, and let me tell you, young Sonny Jim, that song would play, and I'd go, I remember this.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I was there.
I was there.
I remember when music used to be good.
Yeah.
I think mine is the Moscow.
Oh, that's a great one.
I cannot.
Genghis Khan, I think is what they.
Is that how that's?
Genghis Khan.
It begins with a D.
Yeah, Genghis
it's
Khan.
Great.
Yeah, it is great.
I particularly like the woman in the back in the red outfit. She's got a fun little hat on.
Yeah.
And the guy in blue who can't dance.
Yeah, it's Genghis Khan and it's Moscow. You know what? We'll put a link to it in the bottom.
You can enjoy it.
Yeah.
If you like Boney M's Rasputin,
this
is a better version of that, I think.
When did Boney M's Rasputin come out? Probably around the same sort of time.
I think they are contemporaries.
Yeah. Again, to my point.
Yeah.
If you want to know what was on the radio at any given year, what that year in music sounded like, listen to one of the country's Eurovision entries, and that will give you
that will tell you what we're doing.
That will give you a pretty good idea of what the year actually sounded like.
But Jared, is Eurovision iconic?
I think Eurovision is iconic. we both love it and hate it. We both care deeply about it and do not give a single solitary shit. It
sits weirdly culturally in like things like the Olympics. I kind of have to take part of it because it is happening and I should care. But I'm also a bit like,
I think the difference is
the Olympics is good.
The Olympics is good because you get to see people do like superhuman like feats, and it's like
no, you get to see like Eurovision. None of those people have shame.
It's true. It's very true. I think though with Eurovision, it is. I never want to be the person that because again, no one likes the guy who goes, Eurovision crap. I don't need you to be there at the party, bro. Like, if you don't want to be here,
then just go home.
Then just go home. Like, I don't, you know, but like, no one loves that guy who craps on Eurovision when, you know. Now, I also don't love the person who loves Eurovision because I think, like,
yeah, if you're like there are people who are too.
There are people who are way too into Eurovision.
You can tell from the Wikipedia.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Some people.
I use other sources, by the way, but like the Wikipedia is actually so comprehensive. It's truly frightening.
Yeah. You know, there are some people that are like way too into like Eurovision, and it's a bit like, come on now. But I think if you get invited to a Eurovision party, you'll have a good time. And I think, honestly, that's sort of what it is. Like, it's, you know, I think it's nice to have a thing in the calendar that is both fun and competitive, but also quite low stakes. Like,
it is very low stakes. It's a nice way for Europe to interact.
Yeah.
Because other continents don't do this.
No, although I do believe that they are trying to get a Eurovision in Asia as like
that'd be fun.
Which I'm surprised hasn't happened. I'm also surprised that America has not jumped on like this kind of thing.
I mean, we could sell it.
We could definitely sell it, yeah. But like, yeah, I think it's iconic. I think that, you know, again, we say about the many, many artists that have not launched their careers through Eurovision, but Eurovision has launched careers. You do have
massive
ones. You know, you gotta give Abba are pretty big. You know,
we've all heard
Bucks
Celine Dion.
Fizz, Sonia, she's still screeching somewhere in Liverpool. I saw her at the Blob shop the other day. You know, like it's a big deal. Local jokes get local work.
There you go. No, just because I don't like something doesn't mean it's not iconic.
I think that's absolutely a fair point to take away from it. Of like,
yeah, I can't sit through any of these performances without like turning the volume down. It's just not for me. It's just not the kind of music or entertainment that I like. But I can respect how big it is.
Yeah.
It's, apart from 2020 because of COVID, it is the longest running international song competition and one of the longest running TV shows in the world.
I mean, that's pretty crazy.
It's one of the most viewed TV events that's a non-sports thing.
Yeah.
It has viewership in the billions at times. Like, it is ridiculous.
Yeah.
There are all of the spin-offs we mentioned: junior, dance, choir, baking.
It's happening.
Yeah, I'm making that happen. And also, just as a logistical undertaking, to actually have that show work and run is so impressive.
So many partners, so many broadcasters, so many, like, you know, it's got to be broadcast in every single language, you know, it's got to go out there. And then you also have the thing of like the live voting, which is a whole massive undertaking. Yeah. And then you've got the thing of like, you got to go to each country and they go, hello, this is London calling. And
hello,
they do,
London.
And 12 points goes to Ireland, you know, and you got to do all that.
Nil point.
Yeah. So you go through all of that. So it's like, yeah, it's it is a big undertaking. So, and it's technically very impressive.
And it is also a living document of geopolitical history. Like, it is a reflection of just how a continent interacts with itself.
Yeah.
Through voting for songs.
Yeah. And like I say, it's a really big influential force of soft power, which is, you know, that's important. It's an important part of...
It's incredibly important. Many countries have used it to soften their image, to kind of present themselves in a particular way at certain times.
Now, some people could say, well, that's a form of propaganda and this, that, and the other. But like, it's also, you know, it's an interesting way to look at things geopolitically without necessarily looking at, you know, wars, which
Yeah, you do see a lot of it. And there's this amazing quote by a guy called Dean Dulcet. It's Europe's biggest election, a platform from which the aspirations of dictators and drag queens have been projected, and upon which battles between capitalists and communists, Europeanists and Eurosceptics, reactionaries and revolutionaries have been played out.
Yeah, I think that's a very good way to put it.
It sums it up exceptionally well, better than I could, and it kind of encapsulates the scope of the thing.
Yeah, and I do also think as well, it's very interesting to be able to have a living archive of what is the sound of this year.
Yeah.
Like, you know, that every year you can go and be like, what was the sound of the Netherlands in 1982? And you can go and you can listen and you can hear what that year sounded like in that country, you know. And I think that's a really interesting thing to like have.
Yeah. That's Eurovision, baby. My lesson would be, you can be loved for the same thing that you're hated for.
Yeah.
Because the same reason people love Eurovision is the same reason people don't like it.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think that's a very good lesson to have. I guess mine would sort of be that things, although they may seem silly and pointless, that actually, you know, it's maybe there is a bit more of a point to it. And maybe just like don't poo-poo things just because you think they're crap. Like, who cares? Like,
just give stuff a go.
You ain't better than it.
We've been doing a lot of this in our own like personal soul searching. You're not better than it. Just join. No one likes the person who's like, "Ooh, this thing is very good." I realize we've done that for the past hour, but
yeah,
we've been fun about it.
We have been fun about it. But you're probably listening, and actually, I actually do have a lesson.
Hit me.
But you're gonna have to head on over to our Patreon. patreon.com/how-to-be-an-icon, because Donna, I have the secret formula to what you need to do to be the UK entry for Eurovision.
I'm going to win Eurovision next year.
I never said that. That I never said.
How to Be an Icon is going to win.
No.
It's going to win Eurovision for the United Kingdom. 12 points.
No, that's not what I said. But
me and Jared with a microphone.
But I can tell you,
save all your kisses for me.
Can't do that one. They've already done it before. But yeah, I'm going to tell you what it takes to be a UK entry, because there is a very specific formula that I have noticed that you do need. So if you want to hear that, head on over to our Patreon, patreon.com/how-to-be-an-icon. Also, while you are here, please give us a follow on your podcast platform of choice, whether it's Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever it is where you get your fine audio medium content. We are also on Instagram, How to Be an Icon Pod. Next week, we have a bonus episode. We are going to be going through all of our previous episodes, talking about some of the things that we have been catching up on. We have had some notes, some things to go back on and look over. We'll probably talk a little bit about Eurovision and what we think of the runners and riders and who won in the end.
You might find out if we do get ass blast drunk and watch it. We won't, but we could.
Oh, by the way, if you are having a Eurovision party, I am free. So just
invite us. We'll come to your Eurovision party. We're just not having one.
Yeah, we will come to your Eurovision party. It's not our year to host one. So if you've got one, though, we will bring 2 bottles of wine.
One tub of hummus,
and a bag of ice. I think a bag of ice, and like
and us, like you
and us as well, yeah,
like,
and like a
the
pineapple.
nation's favorite podcast,
and like a pineapple, because that's like pretty fun. Like that's a fun gift to bring.
Oh, and you put sunglasses on it?
Yeah, put some sunglasses on it. I will also bring a case of White Claw, but that is for me, as is the bottle of wine. But like I will, and probably like some weird spirit that I found in the back of the cupboard. That's for everyone else.
Oh yeah, guys, no, I brought the vermouth.
Yeah,
help yourself.
I bought the blue curacao. Yeah, it's been in my cupboard for the past 4 years now.
Yeah, I'm gonna use it to make a Greek cocktail.
Yeah, but like if you want it, you can have it.
Go for it, baby.
It got left at my house at another house party. So.
And now I betroth it to you.
Yeah, the bottle of sours will move on and live forever. But yes, thank you very much for listening, and au revoir. Home safe, everybody.